was a time I thought every story ended neatly. Stage lights fade but never vanish. They linger softly in the air. Every empty row still holding moments no one sees are there. The piano starts another question. The room grows smaller with each line, and all the words I left unfinished return tonight. I used to think the final chapter would arrive and close the door, but life keeps writing in the margins and asking me for more. What if endings are only intermissions? What if the silence still belongs to the song? If the curtain never falls, if the music never leaves, would we keep becoming everything we dreamed? If the curtain never falls, would we finally understand that every broken moment still belongs inside the plan? The guitar enters like a memory, soft reflections underneath, and every chord begins unfolding things too difficult to speak. The drums arrive in steady motion. The room expands beneath the sound. Then suddenly the world I carried starts settling down. Then I remember every version of who I tried to be, and realize the person waiting was always me. No perfect timing, no perfect line, only the courage to stay alive. If the curtain never falls, if the lights remain awake, would we stop pretending nothing's left to say? If the curtain never falls, would we finally believe that every unfinished story still deserves its scene? So let the orchestra surround me, let the voices fill the hall, let the silence turn to thunder. Let me give this moment all. No more waiting in the wings, no more hiding from the sound. If this is my only standing ovation, I'll sing it loud. If the curtain never falls, then I'll keep walking through the light. I'll keep singing into the night. If the curtain never falls, then let the whole world hear that every heart still beating means the story isn't finished here. The lights grow soft, the room turns still, but somewhere the music will begin again. If the curtain never falls, if the curtain never falls, if the curtain never falls. For the first time in a long while, I didn't start the engine. There was a time I'd count the exits before I ever sat down. Always halfway out the doorway, never long enough in town. I wore freedom like a lucky jacket, worn thin around the seams, filled the silence with directions, and called that chasing dreams. I kept old roads inside my pockets, old sunsets in my head, believing if I stayed too long I'd become somebody else instead. Then one evening you poured 2 cups of coffee without asking if I'd go. You said you don't always have to decide. Sometimes you can just stay and see. And somehow that felt impossible. If I don't leave tonight, will the morning still arrive? Will these old restless hands remember how to hold instead of drive? If I don't leave tonight, will the world still turn around? Because somewhere in your quiet I hear a different sound. Stay a while, stay a while, stay a while. We talked about familiar places like they weren't something to escape. Kitchen lights and open windows, and letting ordinary stay. You said maybe home isn't forever, maybe it's just where you exhale. I smiled, because nobody had ever made stillness sound alive. The electric guitar drifted softly, bass moved slowly underneath, and suddenly all my old reasons started losing their way. Maybe freedom isn't distance, maybe peace isn't control. Maybe I kept leaving because staying felt too close. If I don't leave tonight, will the morning still arrive? Will these old restless hands remember how to hold instead of drive? If I don't leave tonight, will the world still turn around? Because somewhere in your quiet I hear a different sound. Stay a while, stay a while, stay a while. Pedal steel enters wide and warm, long gliding notes across the sky, like evening opening into morning. I thought movement kept me honest, I thought roads kept me free. But roads don't know your stories, roads don't wait, roads don't see. People do, and maybe that's what scared me most. If I don't leave tonight, confuse peace with fear. Stay a while, stay a while, stay a while. For years I thought leaving was courage. Tonight I'm not so sure. Some things don't arrive loudly. Some things just stay. I used to measure life in distance and faded signs and passing lanes, thinking every move in shadow would eventually explain. I kept my jacket by the doorway, my keys beside the bed. Like every quiet evening needed somewhere else instead. I learned how to leave gracefully, learned how to travel light, learned how to call it freedom when really I was afraid to try. And one ordinary afternoon you opened the window and asked me to sit. You said, do you ever notice how quickly you turn moments into memories? And somehow I couldn't answer. Maybe this is the sound of staying. Maybe this is what it means. Not fireworks, not grand conclusions, just breathing in between. Maybe this is the sound of staying, not needing somewhere new. Just one room, one evening, and someone looking back at you, looking back at you. You talked about small traditions like they carried their own light. Second cups of coffee and conversations after midnight. You said, maybe peace isn't something you find. Maybe peace is what happens when you stop searching. I smiled, because somehow that felt familiar. The fretless bass moved underneath us like old roads turning soft. And suddenly every old direction didn't feel unfinished anymore. Maybe freedom isn't movement. Maybe peace isn't escape. Maybe all this time I confused distance with change. Maybe this is the sound of staying. Maybe this is what it means. Not fireworks, not grand conclusions, just breathing in between. Maybe this is the sound of staying, not needing somewhere new. Just one room, one evening, and someone looking back at you, looking back at you. Thought the road would recognize me after all the years I gave. But roads don't notice absence. Roads don't remember names. People do. And maybe that's enough. Maybe this is the sound of staying. dramatic ending scene. No final lesson, no sudden answers, just becoming who I've been. Maybe this is the sound of staying, and maybe that's okay, because for the first time I don't feel like leaving today. Like leaving today. Finger-picked guitar, finger-picked guitar. For years, I thought silence meant empty. Turns out, sometimes it means home.
I always thought the road would notice if I stopped. I left so often it became a language, half-packed bags and quiet exits. Every goodbye sounded temporary, every return felt unfinished. I memorized the shape of highways and the names of towns at night, convinced that somewhere farther west everything would finally feel right. I kept old motel keys in the console, old maps with folded seams, thinking movement meant becoming something bigger than me. Then one evening you looked over and asked if tomorrow didn't ask you to leave, would you know how to stay? And suddenly the room got quiet. The road doesn't miss me back, no matter how far I drive, no matter how many sunsets disappear into the night. The road doesn't miss me back, but maybe that's okay, because for the first time there's something here that makes me wanna stay. Talked about ordinary evenings like they were worth protecting, dinner plates and open windows, and songs without endings. You said, maybe people don't need forever, maybe they just need one reason. I smiled, because somehow that sounded enough. The strings entered quietly, pedal steel stretched across the room, and suddenly every old direction felt softer than before. Maybe freedom isn't distance, maybe peace is an escape. Maybe all these years I kept moving because nobody asked me to stay. The road doesn't miss me back, no matter how far I drive, no matter how many sunsets disappear into the night. The road doesn't miss me back, but maybe that's okay, because for the first time there's something here that makes me wanna stay. Stay. thought leaving meant courage. I thought distance meant control. But roads don't remember birthdays. Roads don't know your stories. Roads don't wait. People do. And maybe that's what I've been looking for. All along the road doesn't miss me back, and maybe it never did. Maybe roads are meant for moving, not for where you live. The road doesn't miss me back, but tonight I finally see home isn't where you stop driving. It's where somebody waits for you. Waits for you. Waits for you. Waits for you. Electric guitar. Electric guitar. Rhythmic silence. I still love the road. I just don't belong to it.